Hi guys, I know it's been a while. My name's Jaffe. I have PTSD, among several other things apparently co-occurring. I know it's been a while, but I'm just coming out of lost time again, and um, I feel like I gotta do a public service announcement because it seems like I thought I had surrounded myself with people that understood, but there's clearly a lack of education about PTSD and even among people with PTSD. Um, they don't, they might not know what dissociation is or lost time or um, even bother to get to know the real you. I mean, some people do, but so what I want to say in relation with I apologize, I'm still triggered, I guess. When abuse happens at a very young age, your body never forgets. So sometimes my body will look like I'm freaking out, but on the inside, I'm not. And I try to explain it while that's happening, and people only see the outside. That's been my experience in life. People only see my outside, especially men. Then with my autism part, let me preface, I haven't had my appointment to be diagnosed yet, but it seems to be an autism symptom that I can't read social cues. So, and nobody noticed that as a kid. So I ended up getting myself into a lot of situations where I was abused and raped because I didn't understand what people were saying to me, or I thought they were my friend. So just coming out of lost time, it's been more than a year. I can go back more than a year, but specifically like the more extreme dissociation started when the roof came off of the house in September. I felt it as soon as I saw the house smashed, like demolished, and like all the sticks on the ground, like a hurricane had come through. I felt it in my whole body and brain and everything. I switched off. I just switched off. I was shut down, dissociated. It's like the movie Get Out. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, but it's like I get stuck inside myself and no one can see me or hear me, or they think what's going on the outside is the real me. And I don't do it on purpose. My brain is so efficient and so fast that I shut down and switch off before I even know what has happened. Still learning about the super brain, so more on that later, but my brain is some kind of, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't have the right word yet, so I'm not going to try. Yeah, the roof came off in September, and I shut down. I had surgery in October, and the anesthesia messed with me for more than a month. I'm just highly sensitive in many, many ways. And the guy I was seeing started treating me like a prostitute. And just, I don't know if it's even possible to be even more dissociated while you're dissociated, but that dissociated me even more. I couldn't believe that someone I trusted would be not trustworthy. And it's very important to not only surround yourself with people that you trust, but they must be trauma informed, or they will make it worse. If they don't know anything about trauma, if they don't even bother to look up PTSD or anything with it, they probably don't care enough for them to really be someone you should trust. They don't know. Well, first of all, it's important to be completely honest and upfront, which I can't help but do. I've actually broken the thing that would make me be able to lie. I don't know. I'm not capable of it anymore. So, being upfront and honest, that's only half the battle. You've got to be able to tell if the person you're talking to is upfront and honest. So that's where I guess I have some learning to do. I don't know. I've been trying my whole life. I literally create algorithms for social interaction because I don't understand people. I just record everything. So even when I'm dissociated, it's like Get Out. I am still in there on the inside, recording everything. Most survivors forget, is what I found out. Other people forget their traumas. I can't forget. I can't forget anything. Anything. And my mind, so OCD is one of the other things that I'm seem to have all the traits of. And obsessive compulsive. And the way my mind works is it goes cyclical like a tornado. And everything I've ever experienced, thought, perceived, my dreams, everything, like it's recorded. It's all in there, like a library. I have to coexist with it because it's doing this. My mind's always like going through things, trying to figure out who is safe, what is safe. I've never felt safe my entire life. Something just happened as a baby, and the body never forgets. I've never felt safe. And I had a lot of things that helped me feel safe taken away in the past, I don't know how many months, since September. I finally felt safe in my own home and in my own bed. And then the roof came off the house. So no longer safe in the house. And in November, so in October I had the surgery, which the anesthesia was messing with me for easily at least a month. My therapy cat died in November, and I didn't realize she was the reason I felt safe in my own bed. So I didn't feel safe in bed. Started having trouble sleeping, and already dissociated at this point. And everybody knows you don't function well without sleep. So I wasn't sleeping well, and I was dissociated, and I don't even know how to describe it. It's like I'm not everything's fuzzy from I can remember everything, but it's a little fuzzy. And I do have visuals. I'm very visual. So I record what I see, and not only that, but how I feel, because I have an empathy, like a way overdeveloped empathy kind of thing, and trying to be honest about that to people who don't understand, or people who are biased or not open-minded, or they've already judged you and they believe their own judgments instead of getting to know me. It's that's how people who are dissociated can be mistreated, even by people who are quote unquote nice. And with the social cue thing, even nice guys take advantage. If they think they're not going to get caught, if they, I don't know, I must look a certain way when I'm dissociated or act a certain way, because it's almost like it attracts people who want to take advantage of me. They cannot resist. I say I'm irresistible, and it's not to say that I'm bragging. That's not a good thing. Certain men can't resist me and can't resist hurting me. But so that's a bit of my history. Been raped a lot, and it's way more common than anyone wants to admit for some reason. It's like swept under the rug, or people just, I mean, the excuse, this is another thing that being triggered during dissociation is extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous. I mean, think of, I know I don't look like it, but I would be able to swap stories with veterans and POWs. They don't let me in their secret meetings, though. Sorry, that was a joke. But since I'm not military, I've only just been abused. I'm just a crazy woman. So I've been raped, and I've been raped by my boyfriend's best friend. And they both called me crazy. When I lost my virginity, he called me a prostitute. So, yeah, those are apparently a couple words that trigger me that I didn't realize. I don't know, I get triggered so fast, like I switch off so fast, I don't even know what triggered me. So, I try to be honest about it, but I don't know. I don't always know when I've switched off. So, yeah, that's way too common. And I'm learning about fear responses, since this kind of thing has been happening to me since I was a child. The fear responses, like, I don't know how many of you guys know what fawning is. That this needs to be a public service announcement. So the way women act in porn is actually a known fear response. That's a fear response. Fawning, extreme fawning. If a woman is afraid of you, or she has a... I don't know. I don't want to get specific because I'm trying to help other people. But just porn, for example. A man and a woman in a porn. And a woman is acting how she acts in porn. That is a fear response. That is a life-threatened fight, flight, freeze, fawn. Fawn. Remember that word. Look it up. Everyone who watches porn is being programmed to think that that is okay. It's not okay. That woman's afraid for her life. And that's considered entertainment. That I would say a huge amount of the world is addicted to. So that's my public service announcement for the day. Just make sure, double sure, even if you're in the middle of sex, you may have triggered something. So please, people, inform yourselves about trauma. It is way, way more common now, especially with the aftermath of COVID. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to tell everyone. There's a component of COVID. I've had COVID, I would say at least 4 times now. And every single time there's been 1 or 2 days where I get depressed enough to start having suicidal thoughts. And it's like, what just happened? Like, with no reason other than, oh yeah, a couple days later, I took a COVID test and I was COVID positive. There is a component of COVID that is mental, and it will mess with you. So please be aware of that as well. If you all of a sudden have a depression, extreme depression, and it lasts for a couple of days, or even 1 day, 1 or 2 days. For me, it was a couple of days, but I'm hypersensitive. Another one of my jumble of letters. Oh, that's another thing to watch out for. If you're sensitive and someone's, there's gotta be open communication about sensitivities, and hopefully whoever you're communicating with listens when you say you're extremely sensitive in many ways. So I'm more sensitive probably than most people, and I got made fun of a lot as a kid, so that's another trigger I'm learning about. But what's really helping me in particular is going to a